I am Isabelle SOLAS. I will try to talk about my film Our Bodies Are Your Battlefield. In fact, I heard about the trans rights movement in Argentina in 2015. In France, it was a very difficult moment because very conservative people were against the gay marriage, wedding. So it was very violent in France, and I wanted to get some inspiration for struggles about feminism and LGBT issues. So when I heard about it, I wanted to go there. And since the first time I've met Claudia and Violeta, in fact, what inspired me from them is also that they are really different, really distinct. They have a very distinct way of having activism. Claudia deals with political parties and Violeta, on the contrary, is more inspired by micro-politics. And so for me, it was really complementary. So I wanted to make this double portrait to talk about all the how rich is this movement, but also how difficult it is to stay all together, because even if they are all trans women, they come from different social class. They have distinct cultures, and so it's not so easy to struggle all together. Diana Sarkisian was one of the very most famous activists in Argentina, and she has been murdered by her lover. And for me it was really important to begin the film with this, because it's not so easy to show the violence and to deal about the violence that the protagonists suffer. And so it was a way to talk about it since the beginning, for the public not to forget, and to understand that all that we'll see after is colored by this type of violence, these murders. For this trial, it was the first time that in Argentina a trial said, okay, this murder is transfeminicide, travesticide. It's a very specific violence that is made against the trans bodies also. So I start filming in 2016, I think, by myself. And after I had more money, so I came back and I made 3 or 4 filmation with someone for the sound, and it was more well organized. And each time it was 2 months. I came back in Argentina, and after I go back to France for a year. So it wasn't easy to find the narrative point of view, because there were beginning of stories that after I didn't have the end of an issue. I had protagonists that I lost. People died also. People I was filming died. So yes, it was little bit by little bit, but every part has been challenging, from when I was filming until the end with the edition, because to understand what I had to explain or not, how I can trust the emotive part of the film to to talk to a very large public. I didn't know exactly what I had to explain or not. So it has been a challenging experience to make this movie. So it's about difference, about transgender community in Argentina and France. Everything is different. In fact, Argentina is the first country where it had been told that sex and gender are not the same thing, and also that everyone is free to determine himself or herself like he wants to be. So in France, the state is really present for telling to the people if they are allowed of being who they want to be. So everything is distinct, and we don't have neither any sexual education for the children. In France, doctors still think that trans identity can be like a pathology, you know? So I think Argentina has understood all these things now for more than 10 years. Also because the trans community is much more visible than in France. Yes, sure. I think it made me grow up, and I think they taught me how to deal with hunger and how to transform hunger in positive energy for having rights. For me, it's really inspiring to be with them, because they have such a wonderful energy. They deal with present. The present moment is really important for them, and they don't expect so much. Yes, I think they're really alive, and I would like to be as alive as they are. In fact, the feedback is really good, and I wasn't expecting to have so many people agree with the film, because the film deals about people that are not so agree in the same movement. In Argentina, I was afraid how the people will take it their own image, and the girls were crying, very emotive, and they told me that they had never seen like a collective portrait like this, and that it will stay with them. Violeta told me that it was her in a film, and it was a very strange feeling to see herself. And in France, it has been really, really positive also. And yes, I can say that I'm really happy, because the trans community and the public, the general public, go in the film, involve themselves. So I'm really happy, and I hope it had been a good experience for you, for the public in Taiwan, also to see the movie. And so I really want to thank you to show the film, and thank you very much. Goodbye.